Hi.
Hi.
Stage fright. Shoot. I'm just kidding. Hi, I'm Scott, and this is my friend Lee, and you're watching, listening, participating in Blount County Live, and yay!
Yes.
Shh, the audience back in the back is so loud.
Rowdy,
They're crazy
quiet.
bunch of people.
You're not going to be invited back if you
Yeah.
keep this up.
You're looking at the camera this time, right? You're not looking at the light anymore.
I'm always
Last time
looking
he was
at the
looking
light, Scott.
He's like...
I'm always looking towards the light.
Anyway, we're joined by Becki Grace, musician extraordinaire.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
And you brought your git fiddle of plastic string.
Nylon?
Nylon. Well, that's plastic. Yeah.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that you could have a pickup on a ukulele.
You can.
That's pretty cool.
You can probably put a pickup on most things.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I just have never seen it on a ukulele.
Well, she's a true musician.
When we were-
She knows all of this
Yeah.
stuff.
We were
I
setting
love
up,
it.
trying to get the sound right. She's like, I can plug in. I'm like, that's pretty freaking cool. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having me. I'm happy to be here.
As you know, if you're watching this show for the very first time, you may not know that we focus on Blount County musicians that are from, in, or around Blount County. We're not terribly strict, but for the most part, some people are just play in Blount County that we get on.
Yes,
And,
but Becki is an icon. She is so well known here. No, you are very well known in this
That's
community and throughout East Tennessee because you've had a presence here for quite a long time.
In fact, my entire life right here in this county.
Born and
There
raised.
you go.
Born and raised.
Yeah,
Born
right
and
on.
raised.
Right on.
Okay.
Some of us only got to discover it later in life.
Yeah.
But my kids are born and raised. Well, one kid born here, one kid was born in San Francisco, but all raised.
Careful, because sometimes when you're born here, they don't let you leave.
That's my hope.
They don't want
I want
you
them to leave.
leave.
I want them to go on vacation and travel the world, but
Well, no, I mean, people that live here.
come back.
In other places, people can't wait to escape and go somewhere else.
crazy.
I've found that the people that live here, they may leave for a little while, but they always want to come back.
Yeah.
Always, which is
I noticed that
why
too.
we love it so much.
I mean, we live in a place that the rest of the world comes to
Wants to be.
Yes.
more than anywhere else. I mean,
Yes,
we're
that is
one of the
true.
top spots. So if you can tap into what they can appreciate about it, then it's a pretty fantastic place.
I
And,
agree.
and you have done that with your music. Note the segue.
Well done,
And-
Lee.
Very smooth.
Yes, very smooth. Thank you. Scott's
Amazing.
rolling his eyes.
Amazing. No. I'm
Oh.
in awe.
Thank you. So,
I support you advocating for yourself.
Agreed.
well, I do that on occasion because I
nicely
have
said.
to. It's a necessity. But you were, of course, part of a band, 3 Mile Smile, with your late husband, and you put out a series of albums.
We did.
And now you are at a different stage, a different point in your career where you have a new band. And
Sort of.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I don't have a designated band.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
you did.
Right now, I'm in the process of recording. So after my husband's death, I took a year away from music because we shared music, and that was literally the very first conversation that we had when we fell in love with each other was about Star Wars and the Beatles. And so that was the beginning, was music, and everything about our relationship was founded on music. I had to negotiate my relationship with music. It was a little bitter, but I had music before, and I knew
Yeah.
I would come back to music after. It was just figuring out how I could do it without it being
A
devastating.
lot of therapy, I'm sure. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I have
It's
an
amazing
incredible
that you were able to
therapist.
come back.
Well, when my husband was killed in a car accident on Alcoa Highway in January of 2021, I was already a grief, loss, and trauma certified therapist.
Oh,
And that was already my focus and my specialty.
interesting.
And so what I learned going through that, having already had plenty of experience before that, what I learned was nothing makes it easier,
No.
but lots of things make it harder. And so I knew what to sidestep, what mistakes not to make. And so I will say that was a benefit, but I will never say anything ever made it easier.
No.
You don't get stronger. It doesn't get easier. You just get used to carrying it.
Yeah.
And so I had to take some time negotiating my relationship with music to come back to music, and then I had to figure out how to do it solo for the first time in my life, because I grew up in church choir and school choir, and then started in bands, and never stood on a stage and sang by myself.
Wow, that must have been
It's terrifying.
Intimidating.
For someone who's been on stage since she was 3 years old and is more comfortable on stage than literally anywhere else on the planet, it was nerve-wracking for the first time in my life. I don't get stage fright. I don't get nervous. I don't get uncomfortable. I settle in.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was nerve-wracking. It was terrifying. It was very vulnerable to stand there alone. And I don't consider myself a very terrific ukulele player. I play just well enough to support my singing, which is what I've done since I was 3. I've only done this since I was 35, and poorly. I say poorly. Greg Horn is my instructor, and he says I need to stop saying that.
You do need to stop saying that.
I need to. I'm going to. I have to. But going to open mic nights around town and getting encouragement from other musicians helped me rebuild that relationship. And then I started trying to write again and experienced a faux pas and kind of fell on my face and had to regroup and figure out how to maintain my course. And so last year I started writing completely alone. Music had not come to me, and the very first song I wrote was my very first single, because it was the first song that the music and the lyrics came to me after my husband's death. It had been 4 years.
Wow. Is that Cruel, Cruel Heart?
It is, and that's why that was my very first single, because it was my very first solo composition.
Right. It's a great song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I love it.
Did we talk about what you're going to play in this recording? Is that one of your options?
Yes, that's one of the ones I'm going to play.
Well, let's hear it. How about that?
Okay.
How about that transition?
That's a wonderful transition. Scott, you've learned so much from me.
We're getting good at this,
I'm the
buddy.
master of the what? Oh, yes, we are.
Yeah, you were already good. I'm watching you.
Well, I like to mentor.
Enough talk. Let's hear Becki Grace.
Okay.
Cruel, Cruel Heart was released on January 1st and was the first official release from our local music community of 2026, which I think is pretty cool.
Very cool.
This is Cruel, Cruel Heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel heart. Somewhere along the way you lost the vision you took for your own possession. But I am on a different mission. I'll walk away from your aggression. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel heart. You chose against your own interest. You steamrolled right over resistance. How low you'll go is the plot twist. For me the best thing is now distance. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel heart. Who kicks somebody when they're already down? Why bother with what anyone else is doing? You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel, cruel heart. You got a cruel heart.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think you're a
Thanks,
fine
guys.
ukulele player.
Oh, thank you.
are, you are.
I swear I don't
watching
say that
your
for compliments.
recording. No, you are. You're fine.
What are you
It's
talking
true.
about?
It's true. I just don't feel like I'm a very strong player. I feel so much of a stronger singer because I've done that for so much longer.
Yeah, but the uke is there for you to, and it's not a really terribly difficult instrument. It's easy for a lot of people to pick up. I imagine it's a great thing for people to use.
Especially when you have little hands and you can't fret a guitar.
to give you your voice, your instrument on your voice.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody plays the guitar, and I'm not like everybody, so I wanted to play something different
Yeah, for
anyway.
sure.
Like, I don't play harmonica either. I play kazoo.
Yeah,
You play kazoo.
I do. I always have one in my purse.
kazoos are fun.
You, the kazoo, you do so smooth. Yeah, that's part.
I like to break it out when I'm seeing other people play and play from my seat along
Yeah,
with them.
cool.
I do that with shakers sometimes too.
That'd be fun. Oh yeah, shakers are good to have. Any kind of little percussion.
Just in my seat. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do it with my rings. I tap on the table and it drives my wife nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I could see how.
It's to
So-
the
I
beat.
could see how.
It's to the
I'm
beat.
curious. I can't help but ask who that song was directed to. It's,
Well, the unfortunate situation that I experienced last year
Yes.
was instigated by another local musician.
oh,
So it's about that experience and the
all right.
person.
Who shall remain nameless, I
For
assume.
legal purposes, they kind of have to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay.
The thousands and thousands and thousands of potential followers that we have, we don't want to do that in front of them.
No.
For now,
No,
it's
but
just
I
the
will
10.
say, don't piss off a musician. We'll write a song about it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. On the other hand, you start a romantic relationship,
Yeah.
you could get big time attention there. You can.
Different song.
Different-
And I think you'll like that in the next one.
Different
Oh,
attention.
okay.
Oh, what's
It's a
that?
love
Again,
song.
master of the segue.
This.
Unintentionally, I guess.
Well, let's just jump right into that one.
You want
Do
to?
you mind? That would
I
be
don't.
great. Yeah.
I don't.
We're on a
So,
roll.
This is actually my my second release. So this one came out on March 30th.
So this
on
is
the first day
recorded.
of spring.
These are recorded. I saw you had these songs I saw them are on Spotify.
Yeah.
In my research.
All the streamings
All the streamings.
and Bandcamp
I
and
was
Reverb
gonna say
Nation.
Bandcamp is one of my favorites.
And I have BeckiGrace.com, so all my music's going to be on the website.
Right on.
I also post pictures of each recording session on each song. So you kind of get to watch
Nice.
the album be created as I record each song. But I'm doing.
Really?
So I mentioned not really having a band, but I'm recording with a different set of musicians on every single song and going to
Wow.
different studios to work with different
Wow.
sound engineers.
Really?
and-
I was going to
Great
ask you where you're
variety.
recording. You said you're actively recording now.
Yeah.
All over.
So I recorded my Christmas song, which I don't count as one of my singles. That was just the first release, and technically my first solo release.
Okay.
On Black Friday. That was recorded with William H. Johnson of Beats by Make.
Okay.
And then my first single was Cruel, Cruel Heart, and I recorded that one at Vibe City Records with Mike Armstrong
In Knoxville.
in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And he had Trisha Jean Brady come in and work with him.
Terrific. Yeah.
And so she was part of that. And then also we did my next song, the second release, which is the one I'm about to play, also at Vibe City with Mike Armstrong and Trisha Jean Brady.
Nice. And what's that song? And what's it about?
This is Breathless, and it's a love song. It's a little sad, but it's a love song. And it actually, I wrote this on the way home last August, on the way home from an open mic. And so from Knoxville back to Blount County, I have a nice long drive, and two lines came to me. And I was driving, and I don't text when I'm driving, so I had to sing them to myself over and over and over and over all the way home.
I was going to
And when I got home,
the other drivers need to beware when you're in creative mode.
oh yeah, the whole world should be cautious around me at all times. I'm a klutz, which is why I don't text to drive. I got grounded from doing more than one thing at a time.
It's good that
by
you
my
don't.
husband, and then he
people don't want
died.
you
So
to
now I'm
text
just
while
stuck in
driving.
grounded mode
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
No.
But when I got home, I penned the rest of the song, and it just came out. I had the whole melody, I had all the lyrics, and Greg Horn kind of walked me through creating my chords to the melody and kind of teaching me how to navigate that a little bit better and faster, easier. And so this song, I didn't realize until I finished writing it, until I was done and had recorded it onto my phone and was just kind of looking at it. It's about the last time I saw my husband alive. I had come home from work for lunch to see him. It was during the pandemic. The vaccine had just started. Only essential personnel had it, which I am essential personnel as a therapist. And there are lines throughout the song that are taken exactly, real thoughts, real words spoken. Not every single word of the song. Some of it is for the flow of it.
Sure,
And the rhyme of it, the way you put a song together and you kind of get it to fall into place. But the majority of the song is actually real lived moments from that last experience, and they were everything you would want your last visit to be with someone when you didn't know it would be the last time you saw them. So this is Breathless, guys.
Awesome.
Okay.
Baby, hang up the phone. Come talk to me. I spend all day alone. I need your peace. Put your hand on mine. Whisper to me. Just let me linger here. Your smell so sweet. We're running out of time to make memories. But when you're near to me, you sweep me off my feet. You leave me Baby, turn off the light. Come lay by me. I spend all day alone. I need your peace. Put your hand on mine. Whisper to me. Just let me your smell so sweet. We're running out of time to make memories. But when you're near to me, you sweep me off my feet. You leave me you're gone, I just can't sleep. This life feels so damn wrong. You took the best part of me. I wish you could Put your hand on mine, whisper to me. Just let me linger here, and your smell so sweet. We're running out of time to make memories. But when you're near to me, you sweep me off my feet. You leave me breathless. You leave me breathless.
That's quite beautiful.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, that must be a hard one to sing.
Nothing I can ever experience for the rest of my life, as long as I live, will ever hurt as much as I've already hurt or what I've already been through. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of invincible.
Wow. That's a great mentality to keep.
I don't let it get into the gray area of risk taking and potential harm.
Sure.
But I take it as an attitude of, yeah, I can handle anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Not as hard. I've already been through worse. Whatever. Whatever. Can't touch me.
Yeah.
So are you going to be gigging, performing once the album comes out? I know that you perform quite a bit, but tell us a little bit about what you have up and coming here.
I don't have a whole lot right now because I am so focused on recording.
Focus on recording. Yeah.
And I'm trying to release a single a month,
Okay.
which I'm already a month behind. But, you know, you do the best you can with what you got. You
Yeah.
can't ask for
Yeah.
more than that.
We know that, don't we? In the podcast.
You just roll with it. It makes it a lot
Yeah,
easier.
yeah.
If you try and brace when you're falling, you break something.
You
but
hurt
if
your
you
wrist.
wet
Yeah.
noodle it, you come out okay.
You're right.
And you can pop up and give jazz hands, and then everybody thinks it was a joke.
Right.
And same applies metaphorically in life.
Roll. Just
Right.
roll with
Just
it. I
roll
think that's
with
what
it.
you're saying. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it. I love
exactly. So, yes, I cannot sing that song without putting myself back in that last moment with my husband.
Yeah, I would think.
But that is the most precious
it. Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. It was happy. It was everything. And continues to give me peace. The moments after finding out he passed away are what I don't go to.
Yeah.
But the moments before, no, I relive those every day. That's why I'm still alive.
Well, you also had the career with him and the band.
3 Mile Smile.
Yeah. So I would expect that experience still resonates with you and brings you joy and memories and inspiration.
Absolutely.
Going
Absolutely.
forward.
There's one song on our last album that I will never listen to again and probably never play again. And it was, we were recording that last album when he died, and I had to finish the album after he passed away. And it was the only song I had not done my final vocals on. And it happened to be a song that I wrote for him for Valentine's Day in 2015. We were eloping in May
Of May of 2015.
of 2015.
Okay.
And so I wrote him a song about waiting for May. And it was inspired actually by Holly Williams, who is Hank Williams' granddaughter, Hank Williams Jr.'s daughter, Hank the Third's sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she wrote a song. I saw her at the Bijou. She wrote a song about her grandparents, and it's called Waiting for June.
Oh,
And I thought, oh my gosh, that
How
is
sweet.
such a great story. I
yeah,
love
Yeah.
that's captured and preserved for all time, that we all know how Hank and June met and came together and fell in love. And I haven't told our story that way. And so I decided to write Waiting for May. June was Hank's wife's name.
That was taken.
May
Yeah,
was
that
was
was
just the
taken.
month we were gonna
Yeah.
elope.
Yeah.
But it's fun. You know, you see
Yes,
how
Kate.
this snowballs. You
Totally,
take something
totally.
that gets inspired and then it becomes your own thing. And,
Sure.
and so I wrote this song about our entire courtship and not being able to wait to finally be able to get married. And so when it came time to record the song, that really sucked. And I actually couldn't sing it,
No.
especially from a first person position. So
Yeah.
I changed it to a second person story. I'm not narrating my own story. I'm
Yeah.
narrating. So instead of I, me, we, you, us, it was she, he, they.
Okay.
And that somehow created some distance that made me able to get through it, but not easily still.
No.
And so the recorder, the sound engineer and producer, Artie Conjero, was legendary sound engineer of Vixen Mix Studios. He had a really hard time. I had a really hard time. I could sing about one line at a time, and then we would stop, and I would fall apart. And I mean puddle in the floor. And Artie would sit and wait on me and try to be a man and not cry because he's in his 70s and was raised that way.
Oh.
So he's trying, military veteran, trying not to cry. And I'm like, dude, whatever, I'm a puddle on the floor. Nobody's judging you.
Right.
I'm a therapist, I don't judge you.
Yeah, right.
But he tried really hard to be strong, and I did not. And then I'd stand up, wipe my face, compose my breathing, sing another line, and then I'd collapse again. And the entire song was recorded that way.
Oh, man.
I will never sing it again. I will probably never listen to it again. It's a beautiful song. And it was a beautiful album.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I hope people listen to it, but I didn't. Jeff was the promoter, and I don't do such a great job at that. So I've had to learn a lot of what he handled.
Oh, sure.
Which is part of why I make mistakes and I fall flat on my face and I learn something new and I pick myself up and I dust myself off and I do something else and then I fall on my face and I learn something new and just over and over.
Sounds great.
That's what this whole process is.
Well, and you're going to blow up now that you've been on our show. And this happens
I'm
to
excited. I
people
can't wait.
all the time.
Consistently.
Huge hits.
Huge.
Over and over again. We make that joke every time, too.
Yeah, we do.
And it
It's a
lands
running
about
gag.
as flat as,
It's a
running gag.
Yeah.
We forgot to say
Yeah.
that you're a thespian. We were going to do that every time, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
that
a
failed.
thespian.
You're a thespian.
I
He was a
am.
thespian, and he was very proud of it.
I'm still a thespian.
You're still a
if
thespian.
Foothills Community Players
Yeah,
will
yeah.
allow me to pass the audition, yeah. You know, what strikes me, though, seriously, is the sheer emotion that you envelop and you embrace in your music. It seems that joy and that inspiration seem to guide what you do.
100%.
Yeah.
As a clinical mental health counselor, I understand and see that what bonds humans to each other is our limited human emotions. And so your experiences are totally different from mine, and I have no idea what it's like to be you. But when you
Nobody
describe,
does, folks.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
But when you describe as an experience and the way it affected you,
Yes.
I can relate to the way you feel in the experience because I know what that feeling feels like, even if I've never been in that experience.
Okay.
And so then we're bonded by that emotion. Okay?
Wow.
So that's a fundamental
Sure.
human, how we connect to each other is through our emotions. And every person, every human being that is born is capable of that except for sociopaths. They're not capable. They're
Right.
born without it. And they're never going to be able to learn it or fake it. They do fake it, but they're never going to pull it off.
Yeah.
The same explanation applies for music. It is the emotion in the music that bonds us all to it and each other. And so, yes, I intentionally tap into emotion when I'm writing because that's what's going to make people connect
Right.
to the song
Right.
and to me.
And connect to you.
Yeah.
And I see that as the whole point
Creates
of
the
music.
connection.
To
Right.
heal, to process, to connect, to realize I'm not alone. If the Beatles wrote a song about a feeling that captures something I've felt, to be able to have done that, they have to know what I feel.
Yeah.
Not me as a person, but the feeling.
Right.
Which means I'm not alone.
It's universal.
So you are so experienced in so many areas. So, well, you do a radio show.
I do that too. I'm a professional listener and a professional talker.
There you go. So tell us about the radio show that you do.
Well, in March of 2023, for Women's History Month, I began Local Honey, an online radio station broadcast out of the Sun Sphere, and started having local female singer-songwriters or female-presenting singer-songwriters
Great
on Local Honey.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Everything about it's been so much fun. I decided I wanted to have a focus on female-presenting musicians and original music, but not necessarily singers, just any female that's contributing to songwriting.
Okay.
So yes, I have singer-songwriters on, but I've also had bass players and guitar players that don't sing and drummers who don't sing, but they contribute to the songwriting. And so then we play the songs. We're not man-haters. It's not like that. And so we
focus.
play the music and listen to it, and then we talk about it and what the writing is like and everything that goes into being a songwriter. Like, how did you first start playing your instrument? How old were you? What was your first instrument? Who gave it to you? Who were your inspirations? How'd you start playing out? When was that? Where did you go?
Yeah.
Who were your supports at that time? What do you do to songwrite? How does it come to you? What comes first? What's your process? Do you need to be alone in a room like Stevie Nicks? Or do you get inspired driving in your car on the way home after open mic night like me?
You say you write songs in your sleep, I think,
I
in your
do.
bio.
I do.
That's another
Actually, my
one.
most recent single, Run, that just dropped last Wednesday on April 20th, I wrote in my sleep the night after I finished watching the 1619 Project in February of 2025 for Black History Month.
Oh, yeah.
And I do this every February for Black History Month, every March for Women's History Month, every June
Nice.
for Pride Month. That's the whole point is to pay attention and learn and honor. And so that's what I do.
Right on.
And that's what Run came from. And I literally woke up out of breath,
Wow.
like I had been running.
Wow.
And actually had to slow that tempo down. Like I wanted to use that tempo, but I couldn't get it out fast enough. And so I had to slow it down a bit to capture. But I feel like that rhythm of the feet on a dirt road through the woods is still captured in the drive of that song.
Sure.
And so it's a cappella with body percussion. I had Nancy Ann Wilson on that with singing soprano, Aram Tekvorian on bass, and Steve Corrigan, Scuba Steve, was my percussionist on that.
Nice.
Wow.
Then I sang lead and did alto.
Did you already release this? Is it
That one is the one that released last Monday on April 20th.
Congratulations.
On all the streamings.
So back to the radio commercial. The
radio show.
question. You're doing the radio show now. It's on radio
KCM.
KCM.com.
It is.
It's non-terrestrial any longer. It was.
It was. So after that station in the Sun Sphere closed, I moved to WTK.
Now,
And I was there until they kicked us out.
Yeah.
All of us alumni. There were over like 20 of us that had specialty shows. And they kicked all the non-students out of the station and fired the director, and then realized they couldn't fire the
Bummer.
director, and they had to bring him back for legal purposes. And we were still kicked out. And they put a cop at the door like we're dangerous
my
or
goodness.
criminals or something.
radio people can be kind of crazy. I used to know some.
Yeah, a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds are just wild.
Yeah, we're crazy folks.
And so we said, screw you. We had a fundraiser and collaborated with Knoxville Community Media, and they built us a station and bought equipment, and we launched that station in December of 2024. And so
Cool.
I've been there on Gay Street ever since.
Awesome.
And Love it. It's my favorite studio yet.
Open to the public, kind of, right? Can people come in and see the things happening at the studio, or
Technically, yes, because the studio is glass windows like Times
they
Square
always
or
are,
something.
man. They have to be.
But we typically don't have, and they can't come in the studio
No.
except for the first time ever on May 14th. I will be hosting a local honey open mic that will be live broadcast
Cool.
from the studio, and I have invited the public to come to the
Excellent.
studio and watch, and they can sit in the studio or outside the windows
Nice.
and watch.
You've
and
invited
listen.
musicians too.
It is open to all the female musicians who
Very
can come
cool.
play. I'm encouraging collaborations
Nice.
and hope that some networking and co-writes that end up coming from it.
Right
so the
on.
sign-ups will be open tomorrow from the 30th of April through next Thursday, the 7th of May.
Okay, all right.
And then everyone who got signed up will know that
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be performing the next weekend or the next Thursday.
And this could be a continuing thing.
It's going to be probably like an every other month thing. Yes,
Right on.
continuing, yes, regular, but not
Gotcha.
like a normal weekly open mic
Your
because I want to
show-
have still guests on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Your show is what time slot are you?
It's Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern on
Okay,
Radio
cool.
KCM.
But
The
you can
radio
listen to recorded.
can. So
episodes as well.
radiokcm.com, Radio KCM app, the Live 365 app, or the TuneIn app
Okay.
are all the places you can hear it
I love
live.
TuneIn. I haven't used that in a long time.
And then the archives get uploaded and are on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Podcasts.
Gotcha.
YouTube, a couple of different places.
Wow.
Well, Becki, I really could talk to you the rest of the evening, but we have to make our podcast relatively.
Well, we
Short.
do. I just want to say thank you for those sharing those questions that you ask your guests, because I know Jeremy, our producer, was writing them down, and he's going to say to us later,
I have a
"Why don't
list."
you ask questions like this?" But I know Jeremy was
What's the
making
matter with you?
note. Yeah, yeah.
I have a list, but you do have to give me credit for the questions.
All right. Well,
Absolutely. Speaking of giving credit, Wyatt Ellis let us use his song Maryville at the
Yes.
beginning. Yeah, and at the beginning
wonderful.
of our podcast and the end of our show. We had a really great time interviewing him, and so far he's letting us use that song as our theme song, which we're
Yeah,
really lucky.
yeah.
And I love that song. If you listen to the recorded version, it's got a river sound effect that he
It's
recorded
terrific.
with the mic. It's really sweet.
and we have to make mention of Jay Clark's
Tuesday
show
Shindig.
At Tri-Hut. His Shindig,
Second
the
Tuesday.
second Tuesday of every month.
At
He has
Tri-Hut.
great
Always
guests.
a good show.
Yeah, I know. I see you there all the time.
Almost every time.
I think so.
Yeah.
So thank you, Jay Clark.
We're
Thank
always
you,
there.
Jay.
Yeah, thanks for doing that, man.
Yeah, we need
and
it.
We do.
by the way, if you do want to plug our podcast on your radio show, we'll plug it right now. Listen to her show, Local Honey, on what are the call letters?
RadioKCM.com.
Oh, okay.
RadioKCM.com.
There you go. There's the plug. Okay, so I wrote that down that you would. Oh, just kidding.
This guy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having
Yay.
me.
Thank you.